They know how many people we have in our union, and they know that when we stand up and go to the Capitol, they can eyeball how many people we have there. So if the things that are in our bargaining team members, we have Ada Goldman, who is a part of bargaining unit 21. She's also a B-board for DLC781, which is our DLC. So she's on the executive board for our DLC. We have Chris Martinez, who is with bargaining unit 14.
Yes,
and he's going to give an update on what's going on with that bargaining unit. And we have Mike Bonner, who is with bargaining unit 1. So we have a lot of bargaining unit 1 people in the house. So I'm going to hand it over to the team. Let them. Oh, and sorry, just to acknowledge 2 more people. We have Orfa Aguilera in the back, who's helping us out with the sign-in. The poster that we're having people sign is an anti-bullying poster, and it is so important that we make sure that we do not stand for bullying. As a union, we have a dignity clause, but they're going to explain more about it. I don't want to take away from them. But if you have an opportunity, please sign the anti-bullying poster on your way out. Okay.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. The 3 of us on the bargaining.
To hear from you guys what you want. And so this is an opportunity that you guys have an input, you know, but not only do you have to have an input, you also have to be able to be there present, because really numbers does matter.
Hear your voice.
That's the bottom line. As a legislator, they want to know, hey, how important is this to the union members? If it's not, then hey, it's a joke, you know, but it's not a joke. And, you know, we can only fight so much, but what they really want to see, the governors, I mean, we help, most of us help to get him in, and he's labor friendly. But we also have to have the backup. Yvonne Walker and the staff and those who are working at the bargaining table with EPA, they have to, it helps motivate them to support us in what the contract, what the different bargaining units are fighting for. They've got to see the numbers. They got to see that you guys care, because you guys are the consumer, you guys are the citizens, you guys have the voting power. So I urge you to go. I'm going to be taking my car with people where I work, and so I'll be taking a full carload. I can only take 5 people, you know, but it would be awesome if we could have a bus from here, but, you know, that all depends on you guys. And when you go back to your cubicles, maybe you can, you know, share with your coworkers the importance of this, you know. So it's all up to you. You know, we're just kind of pushing, you know,
yes,
hoping.
I just have a suggestion. I mean, because you're kind of preaching to the choir, because we're here.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of our coworkers, like you say, take it back to our cubicles and our workstations. But I mean, I really think there needs to be, and I say this over and over again. When I first started working for the state, every Wednesday I came in, I started with another department. Every Wednesday I came in, there was also always somebody there to give me a unit update. So I mean, to our organizer, to our shop stewards, to our reps, I mean, y'all need to be visible. I understand the union is us, and I mean, I'm an activist, I'm a former steward, so I mean, I know how important it is, but we need to be visible. We're talking Jim, every Wednesday, at least once a week, somebody needs to be in that lobby, in that breezeway, and talking to these people. You know, because this right here, this is not going to get it. I go to the Capitol. I know I stand before them, and I preach, like I say, y'all preaching to the choir, but to our shop stewards, to our organizer, this is real. If we're going to do it, let's do it. You know,
I agree.
Well, you know
We'll wait for everybody to do it with me.
And I agree, because I've been working a 24-hour facility, and our organizer did do that.
Exactly.
He didn't stay 24 hours.
Right, but they
stayed at 6 in the morning to capture both
there.
shifts, and then the afternoon to capture the suite.
Exactly.
And he did hand out weekly updates to be there to answer any questions.
Because some people need that. I mean, I'm not saying because, I mean, I'm all about the union, but some people need to see, because they're like, what is the union doing for us? I mean, at least, and you never know what you can do, your influence, just by being there that Wednesday morning saying, hey, how you doing, and hand on that update. It's little, but in the end, it can be big.
Well, that's good. Thank you. We'll try and do that.
We'll do it.
There you go.
We will do it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Is there anybody else who would like to make a comment? Because we need to hear from you. I mean, what you said was important.
No, it ain't. I heard that comment.
This is the quiet.
Well, I'm saying you're preaching to the choir. We are now. But you got to get to the ones that don't come to the
We're
work
gonna
site.
get out there.
The heathens. Get the heathens in the
Heathens.
So when you say that people are watching how much purple is running around the office, who's watching and who's it getting reported to? You said HR?
The actions, not every day you're wearing purple, but if you're consistently every Wednesday, your managers are. They report to their managers.
They report to the labor relations officer and they report up to Cal HR.
It might just be something they blow by in a management meeting. So any purple showing up, anything, nah. They say, okay. If they're starting to say, hey man, there's a crazy amount of people that are doing these little union things, they're going to start to perk up and start listening. So, you know, and believe me, DMV is very powerful. Right now, they are causing all kinds of static.
Oh, DMV is the bomb.
Yeah.
Their staff is 100%
If
behind.
others can see what DMV is, the actions they're taking, it's crazy. I mean, we're getting calls asking them to please stop. Stop what they're doing. Stop the phone calls. Stop those, what would we call the breaks? The solidarity breaks. We just had another one down with the teachers last couple of weeks ago at their building. I had a big thing in the lobby. And you guys would like a solidarity break here? We can arrange it with your senior steward and your labor organizer.
Yeah, and I had something to say. Also, realistically, like my manager and other managers, they can't come out and say it, but realistically, they know they're not going to get raises unless we get raises. All right, so they're a lot of them, if they have a few brain cells working, they know they're smart enough to support us and to support our cause, the raises for us. So.
Yeah, and as Ava said, it's not just, you know, the labor relations officer at Cal HR saying what's going on. Some of these managers know, you know, there's some union activity. If I report it up, it does have an impact and they benefit from it as well. So
Thank you
for
guys.
coming today.
I want to thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Please share the word for those of you that don't get on the web.
We're very excited to be here, and it's hard to believe it's only been a couple of months since we kicked off our current contract campaign. And since the beginning of the campaign, we've completed 18 town halls, including 1 or 2 here locally. We've held hundreds of worksite meetings to gather your input, and we've collected thousands of surveys. And that identified your top 4 issues. Their retirement security, health care, across the board raises for everyone, and having a secure multi-year contract. And we did present all these issues to the state. And we heard you, we asked for your input, and we value it highly, and we sent it to the state. And so we did hear about how important all these issues are to you. And we heard you when you said you were ready to win a fair contract and to be part of our mobilized Army. Now, some of you may remember that we've talked about this before, that we have to mobilize, we have to show the state, provide a show of strength as to how strong we are and how willing and ready we are to stand up for a new and improved contract. And our Army really is about our power. Our power is people power. It's not in the dues. People mistakenly think, oh, it's, you know, I give the union my money, that's enough. We have a great staff, great attorneys, they do all these wonderful things for us. No, it's the union starts and ends with us, our power and our willingness and ability to stand for our rights and to show up with as much as we can and to defend the rights that we have in our contract. So together, all of us together, we'll be able to bring home a fair contract for all our members. Now, right now, we have 31 proposals on the master table. That means we've given the state these 31 proposals, and they fit into several categories or themes. And we're going to use these themes to mobilize all of you at the workplace, and we need to show the governor and our communities that our proposals are good for us, they're good for our communities, and these, of course, are the communities we live in, we play in, and we care about. Now here's the major actions that we are planning to bring in a fair and strong contract. The first is related to retirement security. We're planning to attend the May CalPERS board meeting, and then we want to march on a corporate target, which we haven't chosen yet, such as Wells Fargo, Exxon, or Chase. And we need to take our members to the corporate doorsteps and let them know that state employees are holding these large corporations responsible and accountable for taking money from our retirement fund and from our families. The next, healthcare security. There will be coordinated statewide mini walks for our healthcare and health protection. And these actions will include informational packets. And economic security. We'll collect stories from our members about why we need a raise. We all know we've been furloughed, 3 days a month for a long time, and we need raises for a lot of reasons. And we'll deliver these handwritten cards to the governor. And the most important thing Valencia emphasized, June 5th, I believe that's a Monday, to go to the Capitol, take your monthly PLP day, that's your last PLP day, and all of us can take PLP or vacation, take one day, and just kind of overwhelm the Capitol with our presence. We normally bus in people from other parts of the state, but we really need to have a strong presence locally, right here at the Capitol, to say we're standing up for our rights and we're standing up for a better, a fairer, and new and improved contract. And I guess there's a flyer in your folder with information on how to reserve your spot for this event. And also, I would urge you to keep looking at the SEIU1000.org website, because there continue to be bargaining updates and other updates on our action. All right, our proposals. Well, wage increases for all of us. Another basically focuses around bullying. There's 1 or 2 proposals related to bullying. And another would propose better, more flexible use of vacation language, which would be actually a win-win situation, because the state doesn't like the fact that they have this huge liability, deferred liability of all this time off that, we cash out at the end or whatever we do when we're through with retirement, through with working here, or we retire. Well, we want more flexible use of that time off. Maybe we can cash it out or do other things with it, but that's on the table. And also, all of the task forces relating to outsourcing, we're continuing task forces and JLMCs, the Joint Labor Management Committees, and that's where we're putting that across. And the one so far that we have gotten across that the state agreed to was relating to outsourcing, which is, and we're getting that right in the contract. So that will create more space when there's less outsourcing, have more state employees. All right. And so that tentative agreement on outsourcing, that really showed a lot of effort by our members that supported us, that supported this, they call it a TA tentative agreement on outsourcing. So this is one way we flex our power and we use our power to build a better contract, because I cannot emphasize too much that the power is in us and our members, and we have to show the governor and the legislature and everyone that we are standing up for our rights and exercising our power at the bargaining table, so that the more of us belong to the union, and we have to affirmatively join by signing, registering. The more of us belong, and the more the governor sees that, and the more we turn out, and the more we support the union every way we can, the more power we have at the bargaining table to get a fair contract for us. All right, now I'll turn this over to Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike Bonner. I'm on the Unit 1 bargaining team. So as Eva mentioned, the bargaining team this year is trying to interact with our members, and we went out before and listened to what you had to say, and we've taken your ideas and your requests to the state and presented all those ideas. Even talked a little bit about the how our member actions actually helped us get a tentative agreement, and this was really a big deal. Normally the state will not agree to items until after the May revise comes out. Once the final budget numbers are in, we'll sit at the table and discuss concepts and ideas with them, but actually getting an agreement with them before the May revise was a really surprising thing. And that was a direct result of having 300 to 400 of our members show up at the Capitol and support us in that rally. We went back, an hour and a half after we had this rally at the Capitol. The state heard about what had happened and they were ready to sign. You guys help us. I mean, how many of you would like to see a pay raise this year? Everybody's in for a pay raise, right? Realistically, we've been through 4 or 5 really bad years. We shared the pain like we were supposed to do. But just because we did that, we can't go to the governor, to DPA and Cal HR and say, well, look, we did our part. Now, they're not sitting there at the table, with their checkbook. Well, how much would you like this year? We only get things when we exercise our power, when we demonstrate that we're standing together. There are over 90,000 of us represented by the SEIU. There's 60 of us on the bargaining team. We can't do what we're trying to get done alone. We've taken your ideas, we've presented them to the state. We need your support in getting them passed now. That's why we're forming what we call the contract action teams. Now, as members of the bargaining team and even as your local stewards, we can't reach everybody, but all of you know 5 or 10 coworkers that you talk to on a regular basis. And what we are asking for is for you to sign up. We have some commitment cards here, and we're asking you to provide your information and a list of up to 10 people. And there's information here. You can go to the SEIU Local 1000 website. You can sign up for text alerts. You can sign up for emails. All the information on how to do that on this page. We, the bargaining team, will actually be making personal phone calls to the CAT team leaders and telling you what's going on in bargaining and what actions we have planned. And we would like you to commit to sharing that information with 10 of your coworkers. I mean, it can be little things, making sure, on the back table, there's these little desk placards. There's these, I'm all in stickers. You don't necessarily even have to wear these, on your clothes. Just hang them up in your cubicle. Make them conspicuous so management can see. Management does report to Cal HR how much activity there is in their workspace. If they're walking down, I know on my work site we have all these cubicle walls, and we can hang stuff up on the outside of them. If they see a solid row of desk placards or campaign stickers down there, they're going to see that and they're going to report it, and that helps us to move items at the table. So we're asking you, and Chris, can you hand some of those out? If you could sign up if you're willing, and just share information. The first ask we're doing is one of our items on the table is this anti-bullying campaign. And bullying is something you usually hear about in going on maybe at schools, or you think about it with your kids or something, but it can go on between managers and staff, or supervisors and staff. I mean, it can be. It happens in all kinds of little ways. They treat you differently than they treat other people, or they maybe disparage your work, or they're micromanaging you. Things like that can be bullying. And we're asking, we have a poster in the back that a lot of you signed already, and then once you sign that, we're providing these sheets of paper for you to hang up in your workplace, a certificate. And all it says is, I'm all in for a safe and respectful workplace. The first ask we have the CAT team is, to take these posters and get your coworkers to sign them. It's going to be important because when we go back to the state and discuss bullying, we talked about it a little bit before, and the state says, well, this isn't a problem statewide, it's just a department here or a department there. We want to show that members in all our departments are affected by this. We're going to hang these posters up behind us. You will be physically with us in the bargaining table. And we will have our presence in your work site as you hang these up in your cubicles, and you show that we're all united about having a safe and respectful workplace. As Ava mentioned, we're going to have several other activities going on. The health walks, the CalPERS retirement security action, the June 5th rally down at the Capitol. We need your support in all these things. We're not going to be able to get pay raises for us like we need, and all the other stuff that you said was important to you. We're not going to get that passed unless we have your support. You know, purple up on Wednesdays. It doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to come in a purple shirt. Just, you know, get a little clip and wear your, you know, your little sticker, or, you know, women maybe get a purple scarf, or, you know, purple shoes or something, you know. Just show your support for us. And when we get out there to the Capitol, you know, even if you know that, you know, only 2 or 3 people, you know, your department isn't going to give you vacation for that day or time off because of coverage issues, make the request for it. Because if we have a whole lot of people requesting that gets denied, Cal HR hears about that too. Yeah, you know, our department only had 5 people that were gone that day, but we had, you know, 50 people who asked for the day off. They hear about that, and it's important to show your support. Don't just come, bring yourself to the rally. Bring your kids, bring your parents, bring your neighbors, your grandparents, your brothers, your sisters. A lot of the items we're talking about this year aren't just affecting us as state employees. A lot of them affect our communities too. This, you know, this request we're making for CalPERS to try to get some of the state's money back. That these financial institutions and corporations, you know, had unethical behavior. They, in a lot of cases, broke the laws. They caused this economic crash. The CalPERS fund lost a lot of money because of that. We think we should be able to hold, and the state in other instances has held these corporations and banks liable and got some money back from them. Our Kamala Harris had sued and got money back for the state. We think CalPERS can do the same thing. And that's taxpayer money. You know, this whole unfunded liability that our retirements are, that's led to that problem. It's a community-wide. It's us, it's our family, our friends, it's everybody in our communities that these things affect. Bring them and have them support us in our efforts as well. So we're asking if, you know, get information out to your coworkers. It doesn't even necessarily, your CAT team doesn't necessarily have to be people in this department. If you have friends in other departments, if you have relatives that work other places, find out, listen, sign up to the website, get the emails, get the text messages. If you sign up, we'll be calling you, get our phone calls, pass that information along to anybody you know. Get the word out and get the workforce mobilized, because together and united, we can get a strong contract. You know, we shared in the pain. Now the state's, you know, in a positive cash flow situation. You know, what are they saying, about a $4.5 billion surplus right now? You know, we should share in the gain as well. We did our part when times were bad. We should be able to, and now's the time. You know, it's a contract we deserve. We deserve a good contract. Help us to get that. We need your help and your support. And thank you for coming. Make sure you sign the poster. Make sure you sign up for the CAT teams. Make sure if you sign the poster, you know, you show your support at your desk, either, you know, by hanging up your safe and respectful workplace certificate, or hanging up, you know, putting the desk cards around. Take desk cards back and hand them to people who weren't at the meeting today. You know?
I'm sorry, Mike. How much time do we have left? You guys going back to work?
4 minutes.
How many? 4 minutes.
Okay.
May I jump in real quick, Mike?
Sure. Go ahead.
You had a quick question?
Yeah, when was the last time state workers had a cost of living increase?
Oh, I believe that was 06 or 07?
06.
06? Okay. How many have been to any of the town halls that we've had? Okay, we have our deeper, this lady over here, the one in Sacramento? Okay, we did have 18 of them. We were running up and down the state. I just came back from a week-long tour from Southern California. I was in Imperial, Carson City, Winter Park, and Rancho Cucamonga. And we're seeing there the forces that are coming out. I know this is hard to hear some of the stuff sometimes we have to say, but I know that you guys only have a few minutes. It's so important to get the support. We're just like you members. We're elected by you guys to come out here and go over these proposals and make sure that they benefit every unit that we represent. So it's so important when they talk about the actions. June 5th, if you can show up at that Capitol, it's surely appreciated. If you don't, the legislators will just look at us, and when it comes down to we're at the bargaining team, they're going to say they have no show up for us. We can lay on them anything we want. They have no strength. We need to stand up together. I mean, you know, I see a few people walking out as the minute we start asking, well we're asking for our support, and we hope that that is the consensus with everything that goes on. We really need you guys out. We really need the support of not my workers or my members, but our members. You know, it's very important. We'll be up and Reading, and then for those that don't know, there's one Saturday. This is coming Saturday. There will be another town hall, the Holiday Inn. Do we have the time on that?
At 11.
11 o'clock Saturday. If you guys want to see what something like that's the town halls that we've been doing, we have them in Sacramento. You could reserve online. You can be Friday lunch. So it's very important to find out what's going on. How many you know that? How many do you think that your job is political? Okay, go ahead. Your job is political because the contract that we're going to pass to help get you wages, to help with the better work environment, the legislators vote on that contract. And we did a hell of a job this year getting over 2/3 both in the Senate and Assembly. So we have the support not only in our legislature, we got a labor-friendly governor, but he can just give things away. But if we push back a little bit, you know, there's no telling where we can go. How many of you have kids, you're on the phone, and you're trying to get that conversation, and you can't because they're running around getting crazy? That's what we're trying to do. When we're at that table, we need the workers to stand up and cause that the flack that we need to, you know, to get them exasperated and say, God, these state workers won't back off. I mean, you know, we need these actions. So kind of metaphorically, they're kind of the same. But while we're at that table, and you know, they see that support. As we said, they just had a hearing on the outsourcing. No sooner that afternoon, we got a TA, which is a tentative agreement, meaning it's going in our new contract. We had it as a side letter for just a year. Yes, that was a big thing. Now we're going to be able to watchdog these contracts and even get further into the outsourcing. We're not going to be able just to scratch the surface. Now we're going to be able to go in there for 3 years. And as they see, the state agreed with this, as they see what benefits come out of there, how much money we can really save, who's to tell how far we can go with this, and how much money we can save in California, and how better our contracts can get down the line. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. In our last worksite meeting, there was some mention about an across-the-board raise. I mean, not raise, correction, a bonus. Can you?
Has anybody been online to see the proposals? If you go to SEIU1000.org, it explains it. But absolutely, we're asking right now for a $2,500 bonus for everybody on July 1.
Okay.
We're also asking for 7% in 2014, 9% in 2015. It doesn't mean he's going to give it to us.
Right. No,
we're throwing them the first pitch, and then we're going to see what we come back with. But this is why we're here, to let everybody know. If on Wednesdays you wear your purple, and the thing about the cat team is we're not going to get hassling these 10 people. We just need somebody to be a watchdog for your sections. To say, hey man, today's purple, tomorrow's purple, wear your purple, or put your little 10 desks on your desk. As Mike was saying, you think they're not watching, they are watching. There are offices that call in HR to our people across the state. They want to know what's going on, and they're keeping contact with what's going on in these offices. So if you don't think it doesn't make a difference, it does make a difference. But If nobody does anything, then we're just a quiet facility. Yes?
So you mentioned, so the 31 tentative proposals, are they on SEIU under resources? Is that on the website? Or
I don't know that all 31 are.
The summary is on the website.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Mike. So other than that, that's all we're asking for is your guys' support to help us, to help you, as you heard the statement before. And again, we're having Saturday, 11 o'clock, sign up on the website, or you can text the reservation. Please come down. You see what, hundreds of people together, and how they all feel about what's going on. Any last questions before you people?
Can I say something real quick before we go?
Please.
On June 5th, I want to know how many people here believe that we deserve that raise, that we deserve that everything that we're asking for in this bargaining contract. Do you guys believe it? So you mean if we can get a bus, can we pack a bus? Can we make 4 or 5 trips to the Capitol to pack that grass? So we're gonna know we in purple, that we're standing here, we're gonna rally together as one. Can we get a commitment that you will go out there, you will use your PLP day, you will use the vacation time, and go out there and pack that Capitol grounds? Can we get a commitment? Because we don't want to get a bus to take 5 people. You can get in my car for 5 people.
What we did before is during our lunch hour, and there was a bus.
Well, yeah.
And they took us down and went through 30 minutes.
And we brought you guys back. Well, yeah, however it can be, if you only can do your lunch, if you only can do an hour, if you only can do a couple hours, we're only going to be there for how long?
2 hours.
Yeah.
We're only going to be there for 2 hours. So, if you're not willing to give up another hour of your vacation to get $2,500 possibly, get a raise, to get the things that better benefits, to get protected, have stronger language, I'll give 2 hours to get that. But, the power is in numbers. Really, if we go out there and they see thousands of people out there, I mean, you got buses coming from LA, coming from
Imperial,
the Bay Area,
Carson,
Sacramento. We got to be in the house. We got to let them know that right here we're supported. We're right here. We can be out there. So I need a commitment. Come on, guys, because we got to get there. So we can get a commitment. We'll get transportation for you guys.
I would be willing to do it, but you have to let me know the time.
Okay.
I would take a lunch hour plus an hour.
There it is. That's all we need.
As much as I need.
That's all. Hey, it's what you can afford, what you can do.
do we have purple shirts? Everybody's got purple shirts? Okay, good. All right.
Okay. So, we have to take a sign up right now. If we,
We'll put it on the website, and you can RSVP on the website.
well, no, I want a paper list, because I know that RSVP on the website may or may not work. If you're really ready to commit, you can put your name on a sheet of paper with your work phone number, and I'll call you, and we can organize it and get it going. Because, that's another thing that will be on the website, but I really want to know that when we go out there and ask for transportation, we can say, we got 100 people willing to leave DCA at this time, on this day, to support our goals, and support the union and stand up as one, because we are the union. So can I just get the paper?
And this is what we did with the solidarity break we had a few weeks ago. Each unit had a person in their unit that was handing raffle tickets, that was handing out desk tents and flyers so that you guys know about the rally. So in each unit, again, we'll have that person. And if any of you want to be that person this time, please let us know.
That's what the CAT card's for.
Yes, and that way we can keep a better track of who wants to come, what times, and the specifics. But we will make a way to make this happen for you guys so that you can get to the Capitol if you need to come back to work. Okay?
We're estimating 10,000 people.
We will be serving lunch too. So.
Yes. So as you RSVP here, they're going to be accounting for something to eat also. So we'd love to get 10,000 people. That would be a show of force. And that's what we're looking for, seeing purple. So, hey, it's all about us. It's all, we're there as elected officials. And you guys would really be amazed. I came in 3 years ago as just a regular steward. I'm impressed at the brain power we have in there, the concern for each one of the units, whether it's nurses, engineers, Unit 1, Unit 4. I'm a printer, and I didn't even realize what this was all about. It is very impressive, and I've learned a lot through those 3 years. But these people are very concerned. We're all concerned for the benefits of our members. So we have to take that same concern in ourselves. Because as Mike said, it trickles down. What happens with the state happens with the county and the city. We all know people that have lost their homes. We all know people that are hit on hard times. My sister had one personally. She worked for Skip. They had to relocate her. She couldn't afford it. She counted on Big Brother to help her. Luckily, I was able to. But that's just one of the things that these furloughs have done to us, and we're sick of it. There'll be no furloughs. You're going to get your 3% on the 1st of July. And we're not going to take anything less than that. And now we're asking, it's our turn now. We want what we got coming to us. As Mike said, the economy's getting better. We want to be part of what everybody else is getting. We want some of that too. State workers deserve it.
I would like to add my 2 cents too. I work for the department down the street, the new place, the Bureau of Home Furnishings and Thermal Insulation. And I came over here, and I'm taking 2 hours of vacation just to be here. But anyway, I mean, I think